Hey, I thought I'd spend a couple of minutes of your time to talk about a milestone checklist for a 1 year old, okay? And again, this is just a guideline. This isn't something that we have to panic if we're not doing every single thing. It is just kind of a guideline to show us what we need to be working on and what we're doing really well at. So if there's any of these things that you're noticing that we're not working on, that the baby's not doing yet, just let me know. We can always incorporate these things into our therapy sessions. But after I give you the checklist, I'm also going to give you some ideas that are practical to work towards some of these things. So from a social emotional standpoint, we expect to see a 12-month-old being shy or nervous with strangers, crying when mom or dad leaves, has favorite things or people, and those are going to be well known. They're going to show fear in some situations. One of the things that they may start to do is hand you a book or a toy when they want to hear a story or when they want to get your attention to play with them. We want them to enjoy and start to interact with games like peekaboo or patty cake. So play all of that with them. We also want them to help whenever you're getting them dressed by putting their arm in and kind of pushing through when you're putting on a shirt or a jacket. And same thing with the pants, just kind of pushing the leg through, not just laying there like a limp noodle, at least being able to help with some of those things as far as putting their clothes on. And then they'll also start repeating sounds or actions to get attention. Then in the language or communication domain of development, we want them to start using simple gestures like shaking their head no or waving bye-bye. We want them to respond to simple spoken requests. Like if you say sit down or stop, we want them to at least heed warning to that. They may not do it every time. We want them to say mama, dada, and exclamations like uh-oh, and just try to start saying things that you say. So you want to start hearing some of that imitation. As far as their cognitive development goes, like their learning and their thinking and their problem solving, we want them to, believe it or not, explore objects by shaking them or banging them or throwing them. I know it's not always fun, but that is how they're exploring those objects. We want them to find things that are hidden. Before this age, if you were to take a toy and then like cover it with a blanket or something, in their mind it's gone. Like you can't just pull the blanket off and there's the toy. In their mind it's gone. Well, now we want them to actually uncover the toy and find it, okay? We want them to look at the right picture when it's named. So if you were to hold up two cards of a ball and a bug, and you say, where's the bug? You want their eyes to at least start going towards the bug, okay? We want them to start copying gestures. Again, these can be things like patty cake or peekaboo. We want them to know that with a cup, you drink from it, or with a hairbrush, you brush your hair. So certain objects and what they're for, they'll start to notice those things. You want them to be able to drop things into a container and also take things out of a container. Also, this is whenever we start to see that pointer finger emerge and, the other fingers be down. So that isolated pointer finger use, and they can point to things and poke at things with their index finger. And then some ideas for helping your child learn and grow, what you can do for them as a 1-year-old. Whenever you're having them be in the care of a new caregiver, give as best as you can, give the baby time to get to know that caregiver. And if there's not time to have introductions, or if it's something that they can't know in advance, then you can bring like a favorite stuffed animal or a toy or a blanket to help them feel comfortable, because that separation anxiety and stranger danger and all that kind of stuff starts getting in full force at this age. And so you can help ease some of that by giving them something that they can really hold on to. Whenever they do something that you don't want them to do, it is our job as parents to say no and say it firmly. For this age group, yelling and spanking or giving long explanations is not developmentally appropriate. A timeout for 30 seconds or a minute has been shown to be appropriate, but as far as anything else goes, just a simple and firm no is the highest recommendation. Give them lots of hugs and kisses and praise for good behavior. spend a lot more time encouraging the wanted behaviors rather than punishing the unwanted behaviors. So the recommendation that's noted here is that we want 4 times as much encouragement for wanted behaviors as we want for the redirection of bad behaviors. So, and that's tough sometimes, because I know when mine were this age, I felt like I was just saying no all the time because they're into everything. So talk to your child about what you're doing. You know, if you're washing their hands before dinner time, mommy is washing your hands with a washcloth, or mommy's using the soap to wash your hands. Let's get your hands clean. If you can start narrating everything that they're doing, their language and cognitive development, they are like little sponges, and they're soaking all of that in. I cannot stress the importance of reading enough. So sit down, try to find that time, you know, whether it's before bedtime or whatever works for your schedule, to sit and read to your baby every single day. Have them turn the pages. Take turns labeling those pictures in those picture books. Use that pointer finger and point out those familiar objects. Build on what your child says. So if you hear them saying, like pointing to a truck and saying, t, then you say, truck. And then you can even expound on it further. If they're saying truck, you can say, yes, that's a big blue truck, and further expound on that. Give them crayons and paper. Let them draw freely. Let them scribble. And then you can also have them start trying to imitate some of those lines. So you can do a vertical line or a horizontal line and have them try to imitate you and praise them whenever they try to copy you. Some great toys at this age are blocks, shape sorters, any toys that really encourage them to use their hands. Hiding small toys and then having them uncover them, like what I was just talking about previously. You know, put a little block under a lovey blanket and see if they can remove the lovey blanket to find the block. Ask your child to label body parts or things that y'all see while you're driving in the car. Talk about your eyes and your ears and your nose and your mouth, that kind of thing. Sing songs that have hand motions, like the Itsy Bitsy Spider or the wheels on the bus, and help them do those actions, those hand actions with you. As obnoxious as this will be, it is such a good thing for your child to be able to pull pots and pans out of the cabinet and give them, you know, wooden spoons or spatulas, and have them make a band on the floor in your kitchen. I know it's crazy annoying, but I promise development will come from that. And then just provide a lot of safe places for them to explore. This is when they are in full-on exploratory mode. Of course, you want to toddler-proof. You want to lock the cleaning, the laundry, the lawn care, car care, safety gates, locked doors, all that kind of stuff. I mean, this is when you've got to get super into baby-proof mode. But you also don't want to keep them in like a container where they can't get out and explore. So don't keep them in the high chair all day long or in the playpen all day long or whatever. Just try to get your house as safe as you can and let them explore from there. And then giving them push toys is something really good too. And it could be as simple as, I mean, I know they make those really cute ones with wheels, but I mean, it could be something as simple as a little chair that they can push, or a little rolling stool, or even an empty box or a bin, like, you know, those crates that you put like your Christmas decorations away in. You can have them push those if they're the right size. So hopefully you have found this helpful of things that you can do for your 1-year-old. And if you have any questions or concerns, any red flags, anything that we talked about that you're like, yeah, we're not doing that yet, let me know and I can help you work on these. All right, y'all have a good day.